Q fever.
Dude, what the fuck? This is just forbidden grapes. Reapers, what's this good? It's your boy Laser. User Visor back with another scary reaction video. You love this scary content, so continue to do that for you guys. And reacting to top 10 secret government projects that ruined your lives. Guys, the government always be up to no good. We're dive straight into it. If you always scary content, you want scary videos feature, it's hit the like button. You subscribe to your notification bell icon. I stream every night on Twitch. Go here, streams fucking amazing. Let's dive straight in this video.
Starting off this countdown, we have the Vipeholm experiments. This was a series of experiments in Sweden from 1945 to 1955. It's literally going to make you sick to your stomach when
those teeth are gonna make me sick, bro. Buddy had too much goddamn whatever the fuck. You got corn stuck in your teeth, bitch.
you find out what they did. Basically, they force-fed people with mental illness sweets to see if sugar was related to tooth decay. Imagine.
What? So wait, they did it on fucking disabled people and fucking... What? How does that even add up? Tooth decay? Why did they do it on fucking people with like mental problems? The fuck?
People just cramming food down your throat against your will. It's very gross. These experiments were conducted by the...
Now they be treating these fuckers like... I know some people... Because some people are like straight up insane or like have problems. They be treating them like fucking animals, bro. It's so fucked up, you know?
Government and...
Like I know they're, like, some have problems and, like, they need help and shit. Like, you know, the asylums and all that fucking shit. But damn, bro. Like, at least try to treat them more like a human, you know?
Sponsored by the sugar industry. The experiments lasted for about 2 years, and by then, the teeth of about 50 of the...
like, it's crazy to think that, like, these are where, like, cavities or, like, tooth decay looks like. Crazy to think that, like, actual holes come in your teeth, bro. Dude, this is why I care so much about my teeth. I'll be cleaning my teeth like every second, literally. Oh my god. Look at this shit. Damn.
Subjects in the experiment had been completely ruined. In our 9th spot, we had the UK Special Demonstration Squad. This is the name of a group of undercover police officers in the UK. Now, the things that they did are going to shock you. For example, they would steal birth certificates and identities of people that had died at a young age. They'd make sure that they would be around their age and then use their identities. The younger the person died, the better, because that means they didn't already live a life that they would have to cover up. And then they would go around with this new identity. Some cases they actually got into relationships with women, but the whole time they did so just to spy on them.
Pay to lie, give us our files, spy cops abused human rights. What the fuck?
In November of 2015, the Metropolitan Police Force apologized to 7 women tricked into relationships by these officers. Like, imagine that, dating someone you're madly in love with, sometimes even having a kid with them, only for them to be like, oh, sorry, gotta go, was only dating you to get...
Yeah, yep. We just paid, for our marriage. Oh, nope. Divorce coming, send it to court. They be doing all that bullshit, man.
Intel on you and your friend circle. It's disgusting, and it's actually happened to multiple women. In our 8th spot, we have the radioactive waste. Apparently, there's a huge radioactive dumping zone located in Tonawanda, New York.
Bro, it's crazy how fucking... I could not... Look at this. Yeah, this area actually looks pretty nice. And then you got all this shit back here. Dude, you know what's crazy? This is kind of unrelated. Kind of related in a way, but you know the fucking Arizona Coyotes, bro. Like they had their hockey team. They were I think they're relocating to fucking Utah, if that's how you pronounce it. But they were originally supposed to like have a stadium built in fucking some nice part of Arizona. I forgot like the city. Tempe or whatever. Tempe, whatever the fuck. Yeah, they had like this nice stadium project. It looked really nice. And then the fucking like local people like voted it off because they rather keep a fucking like landmine or like some bullshit like there instead. So pretty much they're okay with keeping a landmine in their city. Like there's just a bunch of empty like junk, and that's where the stadium was gonna be built. But now they rather just keep that instead of having a hockey team. It just shows you that nobody in fucking Arizona gives a fuck about hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand why they're moving them, but I don't know why Utah though. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, they dumped more than 37 million gallons of radioactive waste from their World War II atomic bomb tests. This area has a high rate of cancer and thyroid conditions, and this is the reason why.
Ooh.
And no one's talking about it. In our 7th spot, we have the hepatitis tests. In 1956, the US government began running tests on young individuals living at the Willowbrook State School in Staten Island. This was a state-supported institution for children with intellectual disabilities. And what they did to these students was give them hepatitis in order to track the development of the viral infection.
The fuck?
Of course, they were being experimented on without knowledge or consent. To make
That's the thing that makes me so, like, disturbed about these fuckers, bro. Like, they be, like, treating them like these institutions, bro. They be treating them like fucking animals. Like, what the fuck? Makes me so fucking sick to my stomach.
Matters worse, the study lasted 14 years. They also injected them with a number of drugs to see what they would do to their body and the hepatitis. Imagine intentionally making a group of people sick for an experiment. The grossest part is that when the government was exposed for this project, they tried to justify their actions by saying that these people were probably gonna wind up contracting it anyways. In our 6th spot today, we have Operation Popeye.
Operation Popeye is what? We all Glens all of a sudden?
This is another very wild one. Operation Popeye was a highly classified weather modification program during the Vietnam War from 19...
So you're telling me planes flew over the fucking forest, bro? That's where they fucking lined up the fucking lineup for The Walking Dead. So you're telling me these planes, they dropped a bunch of LaSeals, bro, and then the people down there, Negan decided to pick one up, and then he swung at Glenn. That made sense, right?
1967 to 1972. You heard me correctly. The government learned how to control the weather. Basically, they wanted to increase rainfall in certain areas to prevent enemies and military supply trucks from being able to travel. In fact, they caused a number of landslides and flooding in that area. Weather manipulation has since been banned from use for military gain. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with HIV.
HIV?
In the 1980s, the HIV epidemic broke out. No one knew how it spread, they just knew that it should be feared, and tons of LGBTQ+ community members were sadly contracting the virus. Well, rumor has it that HIV was a government experiment that was meant to wipe out the undesirables. Of course, the US government...
AIDS, we need to research.
Government has denied this claim, and it's just a conspiracy. We don't know for sure. But
the government has blood on its hands. 1 AIDS death every half hour. I have AIDS, guys.
Based on the other experiments done on minority groups, it's hard to know what to believe. In our 4th spot today, we have Project 112 and Project SHAD, or SHAD. Project 112 and Project SHAD took place from 1962 to 1973 and involved a number of veterans or military personnel. Basically, both tests involved exposing these people to substances they might want to use in warfare.
Wait, did they choose to do this? Obviously, I think, but like, still. Milk and honey, that's such a weird combo. What the fuck? Who the fuck has milk and honey together? Ew, that's disgusting. Bro, nah, like, I know I know for the military, bro, like, I know what they be doing. Like, you know, they put those fuckers through crazy-ass, like, tests and shit. Like, I know there's, like, one where, like, you go under the water and they, like, flip you upside down or some shit under the water, and you gotta, like, find a way to buckle out of, like, this, like, it's like a simulation. They put you in, like, this weird, like, container. I don't fucking know how it works. I'm sure you guys know what I'm probably talking about. They basically just put you underwater, and you gotta, like, find a way to get out or some shit like that. But they be doing, like, crazy-ass tests on, like, these people in the military and all that fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? Simulations, all that crap. And then... yeah, they'd be doing, like, tear gas, all that shit. Crazy.
6,000 people were exposed to Coxiella burnetii, which is Q fever.
Dude, what the fuck? This is just forbidden grapes. Bro, look. These are grapes in a little pie. They filled the... It's a pump. It's crust. See, that's the pie crust. You ever had a pie with grapes inside? That's actually sounds disgusting. No, that's disgusting. But look at all these grapes, man. I never liked grapes. No. I've always been like a watermelon or strawberry person.
Staphylococcal enterotoxin B, which causes food poisoning, and sarin and soman gas. Sarin is a very, very dangerous nerve gas, and soman can cause death in minutes. Both can be fatal if only the tiniest amount gets on the skin. These men had no clue that they were being exposed to this. Moving on to number 3, we have Project Sunshine. This is another very messed up government project. During the 1950s, the US government was using stillborns to conduct radiation tests on. They wanted to determine the effects that radiation would have on humans and how much we could withstand in case of a nuclear fallout. They called this Project Sunshine, and it was anything but rainbows and sunshine. What's sad is that the government was
They got Project Storm.
stealing body parts and tissues from morgues without families' consent. It said that more than 1,500 samples were gathered worldwide.
Some people's peepees were stolen, bro. They got fucking... No, what the fuck?
This is incredibly sad and sick. Coming in at number 2, we have the syphilis experiments. In 1932, the US Public Health Service created an experiment to see the health effects of untreated syphilis. But the test subjects were told that they were receiving free treatment to cure their syphilis. And that was a lie. Instead of giving the men the recommended penicillin treatment,
I swear, bro, fuckers that wear like overalls always be like the nicest people. Like, I could tell these fuckers are probably the nicest people you'll ever meet, man. They just look like friendly gentlemen, literally, like, not being sarcastic. Like, the people, the old grandpas wear, like, overalls, bro. You know, you always be seeing these fuckers in, like, the fucking, those, like, pit stops, like, I don't know, going, like, a road trip or whatever, and you be going to those, like, rural areas, bro. Some, you know, the small restaurants in the middle of nowhere, and then you see these fuckers. These be the friendliest fucking people ever, man. I swear, people with overalls always, like, the old grandpas with overalls, always be, like, the nicest fuckers ever.
They gave them placebo.
They'd be like, bro, you'd be going up to these fuckers and they'd be like, hey, young man, where you heading to? And you'd be like, just going on a road trip. And then they'd be like, can I give you $100 to strip you butt naked?
Like aspirin. Sadly, 28 men died of syphilis because of these experiments. 100 more passed away from syphilis-related causes.
I don't know why they probably like sign. I know like they usually have like a whole waiver towards these. Well, I don't know. Some of these old experiments, they just kind of did them on, but still.
Complications, and 40 spouses contracted this disease. And 19 women who gave birth passed on syphilis to their newborn children. In 1997, Bill Clinton apologized to the survivors and their families on behalf of the government. And he admitted that the tests were, and I quote, profoundly and morally wrong. And in our number one spot today, we have the radiation tests. In 1953, a number of tests were done on pregnant women to see the effects that radioactive iodine would have on them and their newborn.
Why? Like, what the fuck is the point of this? Why radiation? The fuck? Trying to give the baby some fucking mutant, like, disease? Like, the baby's gonna come out, like, looking like a monster, bro. It's gonna come out like Rosemary's Baby. Everyone's seen that movie. That movie's actually really good. You know, I like movies like, would you even consider that movie horror? I mean, it was kind of horror. I like movies where it, like, builds up, bro. Like, I think build-up movies are always the best. That Rosemary Baby movie was really fucking good.
Newborns. These studies were terrible. In one study, researchers gave these women doses of iodine 131. Sadly, they all miscarried. When they did, they continued to study the women's aborted embryos. Another study took place after World War II. 829 pregnant mothers in Tennessee were given vitamin drinks. They were informed
Vitamin drinks? Ew.
that these drinks would improve their health and their babies. But it actually contained radioactive iron, and the researchers wanted to see how fast the radioisotopes crossed into the placenta. Several of the young passed away from these experiments. 4 died from cancers as a result of the experiments, and the women experienced rashes, bruises, anemia, hair and tooth loss, and cancer as well.
Fuck that shit.
Meanwhile, they just wanted the best for their babies and thought that this drink was going to help them, not kill them. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. It's pretty dark.
Well guys, this was this video. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Which one of those government projects was the most weird to you? If you enjoyed scary content, worst scary features you need to do. I'll see you next one. Peace.
much money.